Right, listen up, you goat-herding heroes. We love our goats, don't we? They're practically family. But let's be honest, sometimes they're a right pain in the backside. Can't find that prize doe's breeding certificate? Was it Dave or Delilah who had the worming tablets last month? Farming is tough enough without adding goat-induced amnesia to the mix. That's where our new best friend comes in. Good old-fashioned record keeping. Forget those tattered notebooks and biros with more chew marks than a dog's bone. We're talking about organized, detailed, and dare I say, enjoyable record keeping. It's the secret weapon for any goat farmer who's tired of feeling like they're herding cats instead of, well, goats. This isn't about becoming a librarian, it's about taking control. It's about knowing exactly what's happening on your farm and using that knowledge to make your life easier and your goats happier, and more profitable, of course. So, grab a cuppa, settle in, and let's get down to the nitty-gritty of why accurate records are a goat farmer's best friend. Now, we all know goats like to, get busy. But keeping track of who's who in the zoo can be trickier than herding kittens on a bouncy castle. That's where breeding records come in handy. We're talking about a detailed diary of each goat's love life. First up, lineage. Knowing your goat's family tree isn't just about settling arguments at the next goat rodeo, it's about preventing inbreeding, which can lead to all sorts of genetic problems. Think of it like this, you wouldn't marry your cousin, would you? Well, goats probably wouldn't either if they had a choice. Next, we've got mating dates. Knowing when your does are due is about as essential as remembering your wedding anniversary. Missed due dates mean missed kids, and missed kids mean missed profits. Not ideal, is it? And lastly, we need to keep an eye on reproductive performance. How many kids did Brenda have last year? Was it twins or triplets? This information helps you identify your star breeders and those who might need a little extra help from the farming gods, or a good vet. Goats might seem invincible, but even these hardy creatures need a bit of TLC now and then. Just like us, they get sick, need vaccinations, and occasionally enjoy a good dose of worming tablets. And that's where health history records come in. Imagine this. One of your goats is looking a bit peaky. Instead of panicking and wondering if it ate a poisonous plant, again, you whip out your trusty health records. You see that it had its vaccinations last month, was treated for worms a few weeks ago, and hasn't shown any signs of illness. Peace of mind right there in your hands. These records aren't just about individual goats either. They can help you spot patterns and potential outbreaks. If you notice a few goats with the same symptoms, you can act fast and prevent a full-blown goat pandemic. Trust me, you don't want to be the one explaining that to the vet. And let's not forget about those pesky regulations. Keeping accurate health records is often a legal requirement, and nobody wants a visit from the authorities. So do yourself a favor and keep those records up to date. Your goats and your sanity will thank you for it. Now let's talk about the moolah, the dosh, the readies. You guessed it, money. We all know farming isn't just about cuddling cute goats, it's a business. And like any successful business, it needs a keen eye on the finances. First up, we've got expenses. Feed, bedding, vet bills, those little devils can eat into your profits faster than a goat in a vegetable patch. Keeping track of your outgoings is crucial for understanding your farm's financial health. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've also got revenue. Whether you're selling goat milk, cheese, meat, or even just the occasional lucky charm, you need to keep track of every penny coming in. And here's the best bit. By comparing your expenses and revenue, you can analyze your profitability. Are you making a decent profit, or are you basically working for peanuts? Or should I say, alfalfa pellets? Financial records help you answer these questions and make informed decisions about your farm's future. Okay, I get it. The thought of record keeping might make you want to crawl under a hay bale and hide. But fear not, my friends. Gone are the days of dusty ledgers and illegible scribbles. We live in the future, and the future is digital. There's a whole herd of apps and software designed specifically for goat farmers. These digital tools make record keeping easier than shearing a sedated llama. Imagine inputting breeding data with a few taps on your phone, tracking health records with a click of a button, and generating financial reports faster than you can say goat cheese. And the best part? Many of these tools are affordable, if not downright free. So, ditch the excuses and embrace the digital revolution. Your goats and your sanity will thank you for it. Let me tell you about Bob. Bob's a goat farmer, and he was about as organized as a flock of pigeons in a windstorm. His record-keeping system involved scraps of paper stuffed into his pockets, a leaky pen, and a memory that could rival a goldfish. Bob's farm was chaotic, to say the least. He could never remember which goats were pregnant when they were due or what they'd been treated for. His finances were a mess, and he was constantly on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Then, Bob discovered the power of record keeping. He started small, using a simple notebook to track breeding dates and health treatments. He even downloaded a free app to manage his finances. The results were astounding. Bob's farm transformed from a chaotic mess into a well-oiled machine. He knew exactly what was happening with his goats, his finances were in order, and he finally had time to relax and enjoy a cup of tea without worrying about impending goat-related disasters. Meet Sarah, a goat farmer who was struggling to make ends meet. Her goats were healthy, her products were delicious, but her profits were as flat as a pancake. She couldn't understand why she was working so hard for so little reward. Then, Sarah decided to take a closer look at her finances. She realized that she had no idea how much she was spending on feed, vet bills, or even goat toys. Those chew toys don't come cheap, you know. She was basically flying blind, hoping for the best. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Sarah made some changes. She negotiated better prices for feed, implemented a stricter vaccination schedule to reduce vet bills, and even started selling her goat's milk at a local farmer's market. The results? Sarah's profits soared higher than a goat in a rocket ship. Accurate record-keeping allowed her to identify areas where she could save money, increase revenue, and finally turn her passion for goat farming into a profitable business. Alright, so you're convinced that record-keeping is the bee's knees. But where do you even start? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are some practical tips to make record-keeping as easy as herding sheep. Well, almost. First things first, choose a system that works for you. Whether it's a trusty notebook, a spreadsheet on your computer, or a fancy pants app, the key is to find something you'll actually use. Next, be consistent. Don't just jot down information sporadically. Make it a habit to update your records regularly. Set aside a specific time each day or week to tackle your record keeping, and stick to it like a goat to a salt lick. And remember, simplicity is key. Don't overcomplicate things with unnecessary details. Focus on the essential information, such as breeding dates, health treatments, and financial transactions. Now, let's talk about the B word, budgeting. I know, it sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry. But trust me, a well-crafted budget is the key to financial stability and peace of mind. With accurate financial records at your fingertips, you can finally understand where your money is going and make informed decisions about the future. You can identify areas where you can cut costs, allocate resources more effectively, and even plan for those unexpected expenses that always seem to pop up at the worst possible time, like when your prize buck decides to eat the fence. But budgeting isn't just about penny pinching. It's also about setting financial goals and creating a roadmap for achieving them. Want to expand your goat herd, invest in new equipment? A budget can help you turn those dreams into reality. So we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From breeding records to financial reports, it's clear that accurate record keeping is the backbone of any successful goat farming operation. But the benefits go beyond just keeping track of your goats and your money. Meticulous record keeping can lead to improved herd health, increased productivity, better breeding decisions, and ultimately a more profitable and enjoyable farming experience. It's about taking control of your farm and your future. It's about making informed decisions, minimizing risks, and maximizing profits. It's about turning your passion for goat farming into a sustainable and rewarding livelihood. So, there you have it. The power of accurate record keeping in goat farming. It's not just about paperwork, it's about empowering yourself as a farmer, making informed decisions, and ultimately, securing the success of your goat-loving endeavors. Now, I'm not saying it's always going to be easy. There will be days when you'd rather wrestle a greased pig than update your spreadsheets. But trust me, the rewards far outweigh the effort. So what are you waiting for? Grab a pen, download an app, or dust off that old laptop. It's time to join the record-keeping revolution and take control of your goat farming destiny.